made it to the start. Beautiful beach, it's quite busy, but it's a lovely white sandy beach. I think we should go and dip the wheel in the sea, I suppose, if we're going to do this properly. Hopefully not my feet. Right, just demolished a massive tray of chips and we've got 357 miles to go. 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I've just got to the start. So I'm not sure how far we're going to get. I need to really do another 30 miles, so fingers crossed we can get that done today. I think we can, because I got nothing better to do than just ride. So yeah, we're going to set off. I'm feeling a little bit full now, but I figured there's just too much temptation here. I could probably spend all day here just eating, but I figured I'd just grab something to eat now and then I don't have to worry so much about food later. So yeah, let's go and get on with it. I just realised I didn't explain what the Old Chalk Way is. I'm still new to this YouTube thing. So it's about 360 miles, just under 360 miles. It starts in Lyme Regis in Dorset. It finishes in Holme Next The Sea in Norfolk. So it's kind of like a coast to coast, but it sort of follows the Greater Ridgeway, which is an ancient road, the oldest road in Britain, believed to be about 5,000 years old. And yeah, takes in some of the nicest sights in the south of England, I guess. Or hopefully, anyway. I'm bike packing it, and yeah, hopefully most nights I'll be wild camping. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Right, let's get on with it, I guess. First bit of off-roading, let me tell you, it is nice to be off-road. I probably won't be saying that in a minute, I'll probably want to be back on the road. Look at these trees, they're incredible. I've said it before, I love a good tree. Although I wouldn't want to be in that underneath that one there when that branch fell down. I think they call them widow makers. Now that's a view, ain't it? If there was a little bit less fog, I think it'd be incredible. I mean, it's incredible now, but I think how incredible it would be there, and you can see for miles, I reckon. So I'll be honest with you, this ride pretty much nearly didn't happen. So last night I hadn't packed, I hadn't got ready or anything. And I just wasn't feeling it. I was just so shattered from all the stress, from job searching and interviews and everything. I just didn't feel like I could do it. But Hayley convinced me to get out and just give it a go. And I'm glad she did, because so far today, I'm enjoying it. So yeah, but I don't know, maybe we won't get to the end. I'm just going to take each day as it comes. We've got about 20 miles left to hit our target and it's about 3:30. I'm not sure if we're going to hit the target today, we'll see. Bit of a blockage here, a few big trees come down. So we're going to have to carry the bike over it. Ow. Let's give it a go. Yeah, did it. I think there's an issue with my dynamo hub not charging. Yeah, I mean, it's just not really, I don't think it's charging anything. My lights on the dynamo are working, so that's one thing. I don't know, we might have to stop in a hotel one night just to charge some bits up. I've got 2 power banks, so I should be alright, at least for a few days. Like a little river this is. Oh dear, look at that. Hopefully we can get around it. Oh, this climb is huge and it's very slippy, but the thing I forgot about being loaded up is that extra weight over the rear wheel really does help with some traction. I mean, I'm on like a semi-slick rear tyre and I can get up this stuff, which is quite difficult, although I'm probably going to bin it in a second. Can we make it to the top? Oh, oh man, I think we're walking for a little bit, for a little push. Sometimes with bike packing, you should just get off and have a little bit of a push, to be honest, especially if you're doing long distance stuff, because it just gives you a bit of a rest, but you're still moving, you're still getting towards where you need to get. And a lot of the time when you're fully loaded and trying to ride up stuff like this, you're probably not going any faster. If not, you might be going slower than if you were riding up, so it just makes sense to vary things up a bit. Back on the bike, let's get moving. How deep do you think that is? I think I might be able to sneak around the edge, hopefully, without getting wet. I never know if it's going to be like an inch deep or like 4 or 5 feet. Oh, it's stuck. Made it. Hopefully there's no more. Church can only mean one thing. We're going to try and find some water outside tap. Shoulder pain started to rear its ugly head, so yeah, I'm going to try and find the next best spot to put the tent up and call it a day. So we've done 55 miles so far, but I don't know how far that's going to be the next good spot. So it could be 2 miles, it could be 10, it could be 20, hopefully not 20. Let's see if we can find a tap. There we go. Hopefully it works. Yeah, it does. It's always a good idea to give these things like a bit of a look over before you drink them. And yeah, it's a bit murky. It doesn't smell the best. I think I'll fill my bottle up with it and I can boil it, but I'm not probably going to try and find some other source of water. Hey sheep. Oh, this is a big hill. I've hit the 60-mile target for the day, actually. I haven't found anywhere to sleep yet. I think there might be somewhere up here. So, the reality of bikepacking in England is you got to try and be a bit stealthy about it. And I came up here thinking I'm going to be able to sleep in this little bit of woods. And yeah, it's just too overgrown and stuff to even get in there. So, we got to find somewhere else. So it's not really the ideal dream campsite, but I think it'll do. Morning. So I slept pretty terribly. It's like 6 AM now, I've been awake since 5. Just after I set up the tent last night, I heard someone or people talking, a quad bike, and yeah, I was convinced that they were going to come and find me and make me move. So I was like really quiet until I definitely knew that they'd gone. And then yeah, we had dinner. But I kept thinking through the night like someone's going to come and find me. So anyway, I thought it's best to just get up and get going. So that's what we're going to do. I need to sort out my power situation because I'm already halfway through one of my power banks. So I need to try and fix that dynamo hub really. So that's something I need to do this morning. I need to get some water and then we're going to go and see a man with a big dick. I'll see you in a bit. It's a beautiful morning. Not bad, eh? Good news and bad news. So the Sun Giant is over there and is a bit of a massive letdown. Good news is I think my dynamo hub has magically started working. Woo! So you can actually get a better look at the Giant if you come up this past the Abbey and then up this path. You can go and have a look at him up there. Although unless you're using a drone, I don't think you really appreciate the full Giant. It's been a bit of a slow start this morning, but at least my dynamo is charging now, so that's good. It's been pretty chilled out start to the day. I need to just find some water now. That's the next goal of the day. I've got to give you some facts on the Sun Giant. So some people believe he's 5,000 years old. Other people think he's a few hundred years old. It's drawn by a few lads when they had a little bit too much to drink and they were just messing around on the hill.
I made a really nice cock au vin.
Cock of what?
You don't help yourself, do you?
Oh yes, I see. Cock au vin, very mature.
Or yeah, it could be the Romans. No one really knows. This route has got some epic views. Like seriously. I'm just walking across this because it's just that freshly ploughed, bum destroying stuff. Where you go no faster when you ride and then end up paying for it later. In fact, it's probably the first bit on this whole route that is uncomfortable to ride on. I think this is easily my favourite part of the route so far. Do you ever wonder why there's just a random tree just on its own in the middle of Yeah. Love a tree. Tip: if you see a manky old water trough like this one, obviously you don't want to drink that water, but fresh water. I am going to put some purification tablets in it, but it looks good. Look at this wild garlic. It's everywhere. It just makes me want garlic bread. I need to find somewhere actually to go and have a nice big breakfast, I think. Cheers. Not a full English, but I did just have iced coffee, bag of crisps, an ice cream, and now I'm working my way through a bag of jelly babies. Just seen a farm shop and I thought I've got to stop. I've got some other treats as well for later, so yeah, all good. Oh, I got some deodorant as well, so I don't have to smell quite as bad. Up again. Here we go. Another hill. I think I picked a really good time of year to do this, because if you like wildflowers and bluebells, they're just everywhere. Like the whole route so far is just lined with bluebells and wild garlic. It's absolutely stunning. That downhill was a lot of fun, but you know when you have a little bit too much fun and you just keep going and going and going, and you think this is going on for a while, and then you look down on your GPS unit and realise you should have gone up this hill instead. Yeah, I just did that. So now I've had to do just a little bit of extra climbing just to make up for that fun little downhill. Just stopped for lunch. Cheese and bacon toasted was very nice, and a coffee, and a bit of free power from the plug sockets at the cafe. Although it didn't really have much of an effect on my power bank. Anyway, it's still plugged into the dynamo, so hopefully by the end of today it'll be fully charged. Although I doubt it. Yeah, so we're about halfway, well, just under halfway. We've done about 23 miles and I want to do about 60. I've planned it, so if I do about 60, we're going to get to like a big wooded area. So I'm hoping that there'll be somewhere decent to put the tent up, and yeah, fingers crossed. So far today it's been quite slow going, particularly the start of the day. Although it seems to be speeding up, so fingers crossed it's going to be nice and fast flowing. So we've got this flat bit now, so hopefully that should let me make up a little bit of time. I think this is another one of those classic converted railway lines that we're riding on at the minute. We've got some old steam trains back there. I didn't want to curse it by talking about it, but I thought if I ignored it it'd go away, but my shoulder's starting to hurt again and we're not even got that far through. It's ridiculous. Oh well, hopefully it'll go away. I thought my chain was sounding bad until those roadies passed me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I haven't bought any oil because I didn't have room. Just oil beforehand. Thought, it'll be alright. So we might have to find some along the way. 297 miles to go. We're under 300. Yee! A long way to go yet, eh? I'm not religious in the slightest, but I do love a good old church. Anyway, I've just taken a few ibuprofen because I haven't got time to have issues with my shoulder. So hopefully that'll work. I won't spend the rest of the day in pain. I think the flat section is now officially over. I think we're going up hills now, but there's been quite a lot of road this afternoon, which normally I'm not a massive fan of, but it means we're covering ground fast. It's nice and smooth, so yeah, I'll take it for now. God, this is a big hill. It's making up for that flat. That's the first bit done. The next shop I see, I'm buying sun cream, don't let me forget. It's probably a bit too late, to be honest. I'm probably going to be a bit crispy. Right, this is the famous Gold Hill. Apparently it's on a bread advert. I don't know. Oh. Yeah.
Just go on it.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Oh, that was rough, but I did get a standing ovation. I know, it was fun, it was fun. If you're watching this and you've never been to England and you think this is what England looks like, I hate to say it, but you're wrong. This is what one part of England looks like, southern England, very rich area of southern England, and a lot of it doesn't look like this, unfortunately. So don't take this as what the whole of England's like, because you're wrong, it's not. Back on the old gravel hills, dynamo's charging, but it's not charging
my power bank very fast, because I think all the hills that we keep going up, anything where I'm below 5 miles an hour, it doesn't charge. It's not going fast enough. Because I've had it plugged into this camera which tells me when it is charging and when it's not. And yeah, but I'm going to try charging the camera for a bit because I need to do that anyway. So yeah, we'll try that. This is like the longest stretch of road ever. It's just going on and 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 on. Gravel! That's what you call gravel, right? Proper gravel. So, these are the woods I was eyeing up. Promising, right? I reckon we can find somewhere here. Think this will do me. I'm not going to put the tent up yet. I'm just going to cook some food and just hang around for a bit because it's still quite early. But I can't ride any further, because if I ride any further I've got to go over Salisbury Plains where they do the military training. Definitely won't be able to sleep there, and possibly it won't even be open for me to ride across, so I don't want to have to worry about that tonight. So we're going to stop for now. We've done 56 miles, a little bit short, but it's fine, that'll do. Yeah, so let's cook some food and we'll put the tent up in a bit. Right, so I thought I'd show you around camp. So here I've got this little sculpture I made. It's for drying out your clothes. I need to dry out my shoes and my socks because my feet are turning into trench foot. Here is the bike garage, and then down here we've got my pile of crap. So we're just going to make a cup of tea. Just eating chocolate, thinking. I spent like 3 weeks in Canada, in British Columbia a few years ago, and I was just so impressed. We hired a pickup truck with a rooftop tent, and there's just so many free campsites with fire pits, toilets, like compost toilets, those ones that are big, a hole in the ground with a hut on the top, and it's all free, and they're in like the most stunning places. But out here in the UK there's nothing like that that's free. Everything you have to pay for. And yeah, I don't want to stop on a campsite with, you know, like loads of other people and stare at caravans. I don't mind a campsite if it's like a little one that's sort of a bit more rustic, I guess. But like caravan and camping club sites, not my thing. Why are campsites so expensive now? They're like at least 25 quid a night. I remember when they used to be like a tenner. I sound old now. Yeah, so that's why we're doing this. Anyway, tomorrow we are heading over Salisbury Plain, which is where they do the military exercises. I don't know whether it's going to be open, the route, so we might have to do a bit of a diversion, but I didn't want to deal with that tonight. And then after that we're going to Stonehenge. My camera's just beeping at me because I filled the SD card. I'm not actually sure if I've got enough SD cards to finish this trip, so I might have to try and buy one along the way. I haven't really planned this trip very well, have I? Yeah, so anyway, gonna have dinner, and then that's it. I'll probably see you in the morning. Hopefully I'll have got away with it. Goodbye. Morning. Slept a little bit better last night, although you can't tell by looking at me. I think the hay fever is making me look worse. Yeah, so plan today is try and do about another 60 miles, which will get us past Salisbury Plain through the military training area. Hopefully it will be open, if not we'll have to divert. Then Stonehenge, have a little look at that, and then we'll be on to the Ridgeway, and we should get past Wantage just before Gurwick on Thames. Gurwick or Goring, I can't even remember, it's too early in the morning, one of the two, it's called one of the two. Just before that, and then we should set up camp, and then the next day we've got to go into Goring or Gurwick, I can't remember what it's called. I've got to pick up another SD card, I've bought a new one, so I'm going to pick that up, and then we'll do, I think it'll be about 70 miles into Luton, and I've decided I'm going to stop in a travel lodge because I'm struggling a bit with the power situation. Also I could do with a bit of a shower. It's a good job you can't smell me. And then yeah, we'll stop there overnight, and that should set me up for the rest of the trip really. Yes, so I'm going to have a cup of tea, bit of porridge, and then we'll set off. It's still quite early, it's not even 6 AM yet, but the birds are up, so I'm up, so let's get going, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, we're off. If I can remember the way I got into this place. Never fails. The water from this church looks a lot more respectable than the water from the church the other day as well, actually. Behind me we've got Stonehenge. I don't know if you can see it, it's quite far away. We just crossed the busiest road I've ever bloody seen. I was literally waiting there for like 5 minutes, just waiting for it to be able to cross. I mean, look at it. If you see all these cars coming down this road, it is insane. I guess they're all on their way to work. Yeah, beautiful morning. One thing they don't tell you about Stonehenge is a housing estate right next to it. Not a lot of people mention that. I'm not sure if it's like military housing, I think it could be.
as we ride by the base. Result! No red flags. That means we can ride through and don't have to detour. So, while it was open to get in, the route that I wanted to go on is closed. Luckily for me, I can go this way. So I think we're okay. Hopefully we'll be able to just go round and there'll be no further closures. Right, we made it out alive. The signs are quite confusing, I think. It's not always clear, so if you do come through here, just make sure that you're 100% certain before you start entering in a firing range. It's just a shame really that we live in a world where we have to fence off a massive area just for military training. It'd be great if we lived in a world without any military and they just opened up that area to the public and just said, you know, you can wild camp here, you can wander, you can go wherever you like. Wouldn't that be amazing if they just opened up that area and just said, you can sleep here, you can explore, you can do whatever you want here, ride your bikes, it doesn't matter, just enjoy it. But we don't live in that world, do we? So I messed up slightly. I was looking for this shop. It's like the only shop for miles around. I was looking for this place called Townsend, and I went for this place called Alsington, I think it's called. Anyway, turns out I rode straight past the shop because I thought it was in Townsend, and yeah, I did a couple of extra miles that I didn't plan on doing. But I decided to turn around and go back because it's so hot. I was hoping they'd have sun cream, and they did. Never been so excited about sun cream. And I managed to get some more water and food and stuff. So hopefully, because once you get to this point, there's not really any shops for a while. So yeah, so it was worth the extra couple of miles to just turn back and get what I needed. So this next climb's a bit of a beast, if memory serves me correctly. I've done it before when I did King Alfred's Way. I didn't film that one. Yeah, it's a bit of a killer. And also I've just remembered from that there, those hills there, that I told you were the Ridgeway, they're not the Ridgeway. There's some other hills. I fell for that last time. It's definitely not the Ridgeway. So yeah, I think we go over those hills, down the other side, and ride for a bit, and then join onto the Ridgeway. Made it to the top. It's time for a little bit of bum maintenance. This one is from 2021 when I rode the GB Divide, so I'm not sure whether it's going to be a bit crusty, but we'll just try it out. Hopefully it'll be sufficient. I'm getting a little bit of a sore bottom, so hopefully it will sort of fend that off for a little bit. don't know what that is. I think it might be like a burial mound or something. It's like a little pyramid. So this is Avery. It's like a mini Stonehenge. I actually prefer it to Stonehenge. It's much nicer and quieter, and you can get right up close to everything. So I'm a bit disappointed. Just thought I'll stop off at the pub, I'll have something to eat. I thought, I seen a burger on the menu. I was like, yeah, I'll have that. The queue was huge. There was like one guy on the bar, and I thought, oh, it's all right. I just ordered this food, ordered my drink, got me my drink. And then I ordered the food and he was like, oh no, you can't eat outside. So I was like, oh, I won't have any food then. I don't usually drink, so I only really wanted it to go with my food. And yes, I had no food. And then I realised that you can sit out the back. So I thought, I'll order some food. Anyway, the queue was even bigger and I thought, you know what, forget this. So I don't really rate that pub. Don't know what the food's like, didn't get a chance to eat it. So we're about to head on to the Ridgeway. This is like the official start of the Ridgeway. Obviously the Greater Ridgeway starts in Lyme Regis, but the Ridgeway starts in, I forgot the name of the place now. The cider must have gone to my head. Look at these snails. Clinging to the only bit of shade on the whole Ridgeway. We're now officially on the Ridgeway and it's very hot and it's going to be tough. It's actually quite hard going. I've done this a few times before and it's always been when it's really hot, and it's always been really hard. Like the chalk just reflects all the heat back up off you. Anyway, I'm going to stop moaning and just try and get on with it. We've got about another 25 miles to go. The Ridgeway is just such a harsh place to ride in when it's hot. I mean, there's no trees whatsoever, apart from those down there. But yeah, you're out in the open most of the time, and it's just brutal sometimes. And the trail is quite tough going. It's not, a lot of it's not very fast. You don't get far. Yeah, I'm glad I got that sun cream. And yeah, if you're riding the Ridgeway and it's hot, make sure you bring enough water. I'm hoping I've got enough. This behind me is an Iron Age hill fort. It goes all the way around. Apparently I shouldn't have come up here. Just climbed up this. Didn't need to. I was just following a couple of guys. I keep catching up with them and they keep catching up with me. They're doing the King Alfred's Way. And yeah, I was just following them without looking where I was supposed to be going. Anyway, we've got to go back down this hill and then some other way. I thought it was going to be on the Ridgeway from now on, but apparently not. I don't mind it cutting out bits of the Ridgeway if it means it's going to be quicker and easier going. Like, the Ridgeway is really, I find it really quite hard, but yeah, that bit up the top that I thought I was going over is a lot harder than this.
classic ultra endurance cyclist shot, isn't it? Sitting outside a petrol station, stuff in your face. I'm not sure how well this is going to hold up, but we'll try it. Back on the ridgeway, time to climb back up. So I decided to stop a bit early. We did 55 miles, but I seen this place and I was like, yeah, I'm stopping here. Because then, actually, so yeah, I thought I'm going to stop here. I just double checked like where I was going to stop, because on the map it looked like trees, but actually I double checked it and it was a field. So I don't think that really would have worked anyway. So the plan is to stop here. I'm actually ahead of schedule. If I do 60 miles a day, I will be like 40 miles ahead of schedule actually. And then tomorrow we're going to go to Goring on Thames. I keep calling it Gurrick for some reason. I'm going to go and have breakfast at this cafe that sells amazing pastries and makes nice coffee, so we're going to go there. And then I've got to go to the like the village store there to go and pick up another SD card, because I'm running low on memory card space. So yeah, we're just going to stop here. I'm going to have some food and stuff. I'm going to wait a little bit, and then until it gets a bit later when I know no one's going to turn up and kick me out, and then we'll put the tent up. So. That's as good as sunset you're going to get. I was hoping for a little bit better, but what can you do? Every time I come bikepacking, it just makes me appreciate life, like the simple things in life, a lot more. Like when you turn on the tap and water comes out, or you plug something in and you can charge things up, electricity comes out. Like the comforts that you take for granted. It always makes me realise how easy we've got it. Morning. Slept much better last night, although still not 100%, but I'll take it. Right, we've got a busy day today. We've got to do about 80 miles. We've got to go into Goring. I keep calling it Gurrick, it's Goring. And pick up a few things, and then we'll be off to Luton along the ridgeway. Just keep getting trees stuck in my wheels. Yeah, so we've got a big day. I'm going to try and not hang around too much and stop off too much like I have been doing, because I want to get there with plenty of time to sort all my kit out, wash a few bits, and charge some stuff up. So yeah, we don't want to be getting there really late. Let's get on with it. It's nice being in the shade. Lovely. That sun's going to be coming up soon. It's going to be baking. I say I'm not going to mess around. I've just come down here. It's called White Horse Hill, and I thought, is that the same white horse that we seen the other day? I'll go and have a look. And it was a bit further away and downhill than I was expecting it to be. So I've gave up. We're going back to the trail. I'm not going to spend too much time standing around looking at stuff. So sorry about that. I just want to get to Goring before everywhere shuts.
I always joke that the Ridgeway is called the Ridgeway because it's full of these horrible ridges. If you're riding at any speed, just be careful, because the one that you're going down can all of a sudden turn into a very narrow one, and if your wheel touches the side and you get a bit of a wobble on it, it's easily game over. So yeah, I always take my time on this bit. It makes it a little bit slow. Sometimes it's more efficient to stop in the long run. I was getting far too hot with my leg warmers on. I was like, I'll carry on, but I'll be paying for it at the end of the day when I've got too hot and dehydrated, suffering with heat stroke because I didn't take my leg warmers off. And I think bikepacking is about those small efficiencies, like the lines that you take as well. Like, take the easy line, you know, take it easy, stand up where you can, and don't get your bum having a pounding from all the rough ground. Yeah, it pays off in the long run. Oh, I forgot about this section. It looks beautifully smooth on camera, but there's like all these little tiny bumps in it, and it absolutely kills you. Thank God that's over. Thank God it's over. Oh no, I don't think it's over. I forgot about this bit. This is better. These views are stunning and all that, but I've had the same view like the whole time I've been riding. And yeah, it's another one of them things, like when you've been riding for days and seeing the same view for days, you don't appreciate it. But when you're at home and you come out here, you think, wow, this place is amazing. And hopefully it doesn't come across this way in the video, that like everything looks the same. Maybe it does. Yeah, hopefully the video will be interesting and you're not fed up of seeing the same rapeseed fields and open views for miles and miles on end. I don't know. Hello! Another hill. I'm hoping this is the last one before we get to the cafe. That was a lot of fun, and now we're on the road. So smooth. So smooth. Ooh, and I don't think we're far from town now. Topped up with some breakfast, finally got my full English, and an amazing brownie, and coffee as well, obviously, and managed to get my Amazon parcel, so we're all good. We've got about 58 miles to go. It's about 11 AM, so I've no idea what time we get to Luton. Hopefully not too late. Just some alpacas enjoying the sun before they were dead. Just sunbathing, chilling. It'd be nice if we could all live in a fancy house like these ones by the river. have your own little dock. Very fancy. It's good to be in the shade a bit, making the most of it. This bit is very slow going. It's a little bit finicky. I nearly just crashed back there. No, 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 no. Oh, nearly again. If I make it through this bit alive, I'll be amazed. I think we made it out alive. It's hot. Hot, 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 hot. Hot damn, summer in the city. Something, something, something. Girls are looking pretty. Oh, two options, right or left. I'm going left because I'm going to hope there's some shade in between these trees. More single track. Watch out for the ground nesting birds. Oh, this is quite tricky. Hiya. Hi. Are we there yet? I think that was the toughest climb yet, to be honest. Whoa, oh, that's got the heart going. So good to be on tarmac again. I say I love off-road riding, but when you do a massive ride like this, you do really savour the smooth surfaces. Oh, hello. It might look green, but it feels like I'm out in the desert. So dry. Is that view again? To think thousands of years ago all of those fields would probably have looked like this. The impact that we've had on the environment around us in the UK is amazing and quite shocking really when you think about it. And the only reason we got away with it is because it was before anybody thought it'd be a problem. If we were doing that now, the whole world would be up in arms, wouldn't they? I mean, look at like people chopping down the rainforest. No one's happy about that. Us in the UK, we're not happy about that. But we've done it to our own forests. So it's a little bit hypocritical, isn't it? Thinking about it though, how much rapeseed does one country need? Or how much rapeseed does the world need? Do we supply the whole world with rapeseed? Does all of that get used up? I don't know, you tell me. Seems like a lot. How many bottles of rapeseed oil do you think are in that field? 1? 2? I don't know.
Mile 42, stopping for the pastry. I know I'm just constantly talking about food, but you know, when you're doing this, you need quite a lot of food. Only halfway. Getting tired. It's so nice being in the shade. I am joined here by Sid the Sloth, or Sloth. Pretty cool, hey? We are getting towards the Icknield Way now, so we should be coming off the Ridgeway soon, I think. So this road's got a name, which can only mean one thing. It's called Cop Hill. So I'm thinking this is going to be a pretty big climb. It's a big one. Last bit to go. Tough. Someone's drawn a smiley face on the road. I'll be smiling when I get to the top. Woo! Made it. It was pretty difficult, I've got to say, especially in the heat. I'm having a bit of a push because I'm getting tired, but also navigation wise around here, it's just not as easy to follow. So yeah, and it's just the track's just turning into like, I don't know what. I'm getting pretty tired. Got a long way to go, but that travel lodge is spurring me on. So I've just stopped off on the Ridgeway because I needed some food. I'll show you where this is. We just stopped off at Otec Bikes, just to get my chain oiled. He oiled my chain for free, so yeah, I'll just give him a little bit of a shout out. Really nice guy. So if you need any work done and you're on the Ridgeway, come here. So yeah, we've got Buckmore End Farm Shop, and then just in the corner over here we've got the bike shop. Really nice guy, did my chain for free. If you need any work doing, I'm sure they can sort you out if you're en route. Another bloody hill. I keep saying another bloody hill, but I actually love a hill. Just saying it for fun, really. I think we've got 2 more hills to Luton. That's what I'm hoping, and they're getting smaller. More cheese, grommet. Do like a bit of Wensleydale. I think it's got potential. Murder house, oh murder house. I'm hoping this is the last hill. Should be the last one, I think, today. Bridgewater Monument, no idea what it's for. I think that's the end of the Ridgeway. Right, Luton it is. Devil's Punch Bowl, I believe they call it. I don't know if you can see it, there's a line on the hill over there. Just there.
there, that is what England looks like. Most people in my town live in a house that looks just like that, and it's probably exactly the same layout as the town that I live in. Their house is there. I could probably tell you the layout of their houses. Never heard of busway. It's like a road, but just for buses. Look. Here is my humble abode. Anyway, let's get inside. It's never been so glad to be in Luton. Right, I'm gonna get sorted. I've got a lot to sort out and get some food, and I'll probably see you in the morning, well, lunchtime tomorrow when we'll set off, because I have to be out here by 12 o'clock. Bye, good night. Right, all sorted, all charged up, ready to go. Let's get out of Luton. I've spent a little bit too long here, and I just want to get out into the nice, peaceful, beautiful countryside again. We're back on the old busway. My plan is to try and get out of Luton as quickly as I possibly can, and then we're going to do about 40 odd miles today. I'm well ahead of my schedule, so I can slow down a bit and enjoy the scenery, hopefully. I've not ridden most of this section after Luton, so it's all going to be new to me. Definitely my favourite bit so far was the Dorset section starting in Lyme Regis. It was just the most beautiful section. Done the Ridgeway a few times before, and I find it it's very beautiful, but it's very samey, and it can be quite difficult and hot. So yeah, hopefully this next section is going to be nice. Never ridden in Norfolk before. I think we made it out of Luton alive. I mean, to be fair to Luton, it's not too bad to cycling. There's a lot of cycle paths, so you don't have to ride in the traffic, and it's fairly quick and simple to get in and out of. I think it's going to be a lot flatter for the next few days, definitely as we head into Norfolk. We're on the Icknield Way, and then we're going to get onto the Peddars Way once we get to Norfolk, and that should take us to the coast. I've been saying we're going to Wales Next The Sea. We're going Holme Next The Sea, not Wales. We're moving a lot faster today than we have been previous days. Already done 10 miles. Maybe it's just down to the rest and the travelage, or the fact that it's a lot flatter. I don't know. But yeah, we're making progress fast. I think I'm probably going to get to the end before I expected to. These are always fun. I mean, look at that. Made it to the top. Just got to get down the other side now. I think it might be worse doing that. Sorted. Ooh. Right, let's carry on riding. This is absolutely lovely. And then we got the motorway running alongside next to us. Kind of ruins it a little bit. Hello! 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 We've gone from fields of rapeseed to fields of nothingness, just mud. I guess something will be growing in these fields later on in the year. Here we go, I was missing it. We've now got fields of rape. Oh, a hill. It's getting ridiculously hot now. So hot. I'm assuming that's part of a house by the looks of it that's burned down. Just stopped for lunch. A baguette, a Magnum, an iced coffee and a muffin. And we're going to carry on. The heat's getting to me a little bit today, to be honest. I think this is the hottest day. I have no idea how hot it is, but it feels really hot, although it's really open as well with all these fields. Anyway, we're near Cambridge, sort of. We're not going through Cambridge, but we're sort of outside Cambridge. A field with something else in other than rapeseed. Hey! Flat. Very flat. I actually quite enjoy a hill, so sometimes I struggle on the flat a bit. Not sure why. I think it's just because you have to consistently pedal. At least with a hill, you get a breakdown the other side and it's fast and it's fun, but you just constantly plodding along on the flat, aren't you? Right, we're off the annoying grassy field, now into the gravelly flatlands again. Look on this stuff again. When will it ever end? Hopefully it's not all this way, all the way to the coast. I'll go insane. It is not good, this. Hello! It's going to be my new thing. Let me know if you like it. Oh, a little secret main road track where you can enjoy the beautiful woodlands and experience the sounds of a very busy A road. You get to join onto the main road. Lovely. That was bloody dire. Don't bother with that bit of woodlands, just come onto the other side of the road here and just ride up this side of the road on the footpath. It's like a mile up there on that main road. It's insane. Not for me, that. This section's just not. It's just not doing it for me. I'm just hoping it improves. Because we've got about, well, just over 100 miles to go. That's a long way to be riding crappy trails. If you're wondering what road it is, it's the A10, just outside of Royston. It's the A10 just outside of Royston. It's a bloody death trap, so just be careful on there and do what I did and just come onto this footpath. I'm not going to lie, that was absolutely the worst part of this route so far, hands down, without a question of a doubt. Here's to not getting run over. Just enjoying that view that I've been looking at the whole time I've been doing this. God almighty today. Just want to get out of the way of London now, into Norfolk. What the fuck is this shit? What the actual fuck? Fuck's sake. Well, that was an interesting walk through some bushes. Every now and again you're faced by something like this when you do a route like this, and you've just got to keep smiling and hope that one day, sometime, not too far in the distant future, it'll end and we'll be smiling again. As well as it being horrendously overgrown, it's a bit stingy. There's a lot of stingers down here, so they're getting their revenge for me eating them. And for some reason, it's full of flies that I keep eating. I keep expecting to come around the corner and just find a dead body or something. I'm trying not to open my mouth, because every time I do, I just swallow hundreds of flies. Hopefully we're out of it. I feel like Forrest Gump. You know, like when he just went, one day I just started running, and you know what? I didn't stop, and I just kept running and running and running and running. And it's like, you can go your own way on another day. And they're just running down the road. It's like one of those, it looks like one of those American crossroads. It's not. I think we're in Cambridgeshire. Cambridgeshire? Is that a place? Oxfordshire? Cambridge? I don't know. The heat's killing me. This is better. This is more like it. Come on. This is what we like to see. Nice, fast flowing, easy going, smooth ground. Dirt farmers, we farm dirt. We grow the best dirt there is in the dirt. Jiggity jaggedy. Oh, I'm the king of the swingers, the jungle VIP. We reach life, that's top, that's what's bothering me. It's nice to be back on a smooth flowing, quiet road again actually. It's the straightest road I've seen all day. I can't see, oh, I can see all the way to the end of it, I think. Less than 100 miles to go, so celebrating with a double chocolate cherry magnum. I tried one of these the other day, they are good. We are officially in Essex. I just had to do a double take because I was like, how far we got left? We got 95 miles left and 3,586 feet of climbing. I think the least amount of climbing I did on one day was that. So it's going to be incredibly flat. And hopefully it's not going to be windy. Back to the rape fields. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going for a little bit. I want to keep going until I find somewhere nice to stop, to be honest. If I spot somewhere nice, I'm stopping. If not, I'm just going to carry on. Anyone know what are in those great big metal tanks? I'm assuming it's like grain or something, but I really don't actually know what it would be. They're quite imposing, aren't they? Maybe we'll find out when we get a bit closer. Massive. This is a water tower apparently. It's the highest point around here for miles. I just pushed up the hill, if I'm honest with you. I think I know where I'm going to camp, so let's go and have a look. Morning. So we made it out alive from the woods last night. There was a guy shooting stuff like all night, well, not all night, but very late into the night. And then he's up again before me at like 5 AM shooting again. I don't know if he's aiming for me, but luckily if he was, he missed. Yeah, so I don't know how far we're going to go today. We've got about 90 miles to go. I'm just gonna play it by ear, see how we get on, and hopefully we'll be in Norfolk at some point today. Start being back on the Ridgeway again. I could be there right now. Looks just like it, doesn't it? Really is a beautiful morning. Absolutely stunning. I think it's going to be another hot one today, but we were up nice and early so we can get some miles in early in the cooler weather. I'm hoping to find a nice cafe today. Have a nice sit down coffee. Yeah, I'm conscious that I'm constantly talking about food, but you can't come bikepacking without sampling the local culinary delights and eating a ton of food. I think I've actually burnt less calories than I've eaten on this trip. I've ate so much. That house that back there looked like a little Hansel and Gretel house. I just don't understand how a few rich people can own so much land, just a few people, well then they just deny access to the majority of us. Another massive walled off estate. It's a lot bumpier than I was expecting it to be today, to be honest. It's a few little hills. Bit of bread and butter pudding for breakfast, nice. Coffee. Got a Scotch egg and a croissant for later. Oh, this is a cool bridge. 15th or 16th century pack horse bridge. I think one of my favourite things about this route is the fact that you get to see quite a lot of cool things along the way, like, I don't know, Stonehenge, the giant with the big dick, you know, all the good stuff. And it's been a while since we've seen something of interest to me anyway. So yeah, I like that bridge. Pretty cool, looked like it was out of Lord of the Rings. Like a little hobbit was going to be walking over it at any minute. There is a lot more climbing today than my bike computer would have you believe. We're going up another little hill. I don't know, maybe we're going to get like 20 miles into this and that'll be all the climbing done for the whole ride. And it's just going to be flat, I don't know. Maybe. One of the old guys at the cafe was telling me that there's more horses around here than people, and the horses that are here get treated better than the people. He was telling me like all the people that come in and actually look after the horses are just treated so poorly and paid so badly. That's him there in his cool little Morgan. I think this area is like big for training and breeding racehorses, from what I can tell. I think what it is like, they see it as an excuse to pay people less than what they're worth because they're doing something that they enjoy doing, because they want to work with horses. I used to work in the computer games industry as a tester, and they treat their staff incredibly poorly in the computer games industry, because I think it's because they think they're doing something they want to do. But at the end of the day, it's a job, and it's not all it's what you imagine it is going to be. It's hard, so people should be paid fairly, shouldn't they? Hello, hello. Flat bottom girls, they'll be riding today. You say Coke, I say can, you say jump. When I say bicycle, 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 I want to ride. Girl, I want to ride my bike. I swear the lad driving that tractor was about 12. Sand is a new surface on this trip. It's like being at Battle on the Beach again. Hopefully not too much sand. Oh, it's tough going loaded up. We are like 66 miles away from the beach, so don't think we're nearly there. We're not. I'm not sure why it's sandy. I believe, I could be wrong, I believe we are in the King's Wood. I think that's what it's called. It would make a great place for camping, but we're going to go on a bit more. Shall we play Count the Rings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. It's about 80 years old, I guess. 80 years old. Just chopped down, just like that. Or maybe it fell down, I don't know. Yeah, 80. How long does a pine tree live for? I don't think they last as long as an oak tree, do they? That's the Kingswood finished. The Kingswood commemorates the Silver Jubilee of King George V, and it was planted in 1935. So that tree that we counted the rings on, I was probably about right, you know? What's next? We are going into Thetford. We're not going into Thetford Forest, which is something I'd like to do, but I really enjoy the Kingswood, that was good. We go through Thetford, and then I think we're going to get onto the Pedder's Way. More sand. It's absolutely lovely around here. I'm loving this. Great section. Thetford, never been before, no idea what it's like. It's me and the bloke from Dad's Army, Captain Mannering. So, 1,000 years ago, Thetford was the 6th largest town in England. And now, it's home to the Dad's Army Museum. And the most surprising thing about Thetford for me was just how dead it was on a Thursday lunchtime. Absolutely dead. It was quite a nice town though. The heat, the heat, the heat. It is getting hot, quite hot. I think I'm gonna find a bit of shade and just have a bit of a chill for a little bit. I just stopped for a minute at this church, very nice church, found a spot of shade. Just had a bit of a panic attack because I couldn't find my phone. I don't know, everything's on your phone, isn't it? Like, we're so reliant on our mobile phones, but I don't know what, like 30 years ago, not many people had a mobile phone. And without it, you're always a bit lost, aren't you? I think that's one of the things that I want to try and do, is try and become less reliant on my phone. Anyway, stop for a cup of tea. I'm in two minds at the minute, like whether to just press on and get to the coast or whether to find somewhere to stop. What I think I'm going to do is just ride a little bit, and then if I see somewhere good, I'm stopping, I think. But it's still only like 12:30, so I really could get there today, but then I'd get there and I'd be like, oh, where am I going to go next? So I don't know, decisions, but we're just going to chill for a bit, I think. It is very hot again. I reckon this will do. Bit early, it's only like 2:30. I'm not going to put the tent up yet, but I'm just going to chill for a bit. We've got about, I think it's about 45 miles to go. 40 miles, I think. It's totally worth stopping early for this. I mean, look at the place. You don't get a campsite better than that. I think I'm going to have a decent night's sleep. At least I hope so anyway. Yeah, so last bit tomorrow. I can't believe I've made it this far, really, to be honest. It was a much easier trip than I thought it was going to be. I mean, tomorrow could be horrendous, but I don't think so. I'll do a summary of what I thought of the route tomorrow when we actually get to the end, because tempting fate otherwise, isn't I? Right, I'll see you in the morning. Morning. Slept like an absolute baby last night. I think it's a combination of a few things. It takes me about a week to get to the point where I'm just comfortable sleeping rough in a tent, bikepacking, and also this spot, I just know that nobody's going to find me here, and yeah, it's just a nice relaxing spot that's quiet and out of the way, and yeah, really nice. I really struggled to get out of bed this morning because I just like to be in it so much, to be honest. Yeah. So today, 40 odd miles to go, and we're off to Holme Next The Sea. My eyes look really puffy, don't they? But I think that's hay fever. It's not because of my sleep. I've just seen a woman walking two dogs in her car. So the dogs were on the gravel road. She was in her car with the window down, just driving alongside them. Never seen that before. might not have hills in Norfolk, but they have got headwinds and slight inclines, which feel like hills.
Just been to the service station on the, I think it's the A11, is it? Because there's literally nowhere else to go. So I had a McDonald's, which I wouldn't normally have, but I was starving, and I've got some water from the petrol station and chocolate. It's slow progress today. It's a bit chilly, so I've just stopped to put some more clothes on. The wind is doing me in. I've got 25 miles to go. Hopefully this chocolate will get me to the end.
So we are in Castleacre, and that was Castleacre Priory. Really nice actually, really cool old buildings. One of the things I love about this route is just visiting all of these like historical places that you might not get to see normally. And then behind me we've got the castle. Sightseeing's over, we've got about 20 miles to go. I really want to get the drone out at these places, but I'm like, seems a bit naughty. I shouldn't be doing it. So I didn't. It's also a bit windy as well, and my little DJI Neo doesn't cope at all very well in the wind, so probably wouldn't have worked out anyway. And we're back in fields in the middle of nowhere again. Looking forward to the end. I'm looking out for places to sleep as well. So when we get there, I was thinking about camping on the beach, and I still might, but just gonna take in my options, see what options there are. I think that's seen better days. Must be a high point around here. Oh, I'm missing the hills. You probably think I'm mad. When I say I'm missing the hills, I don't mean these long drawn out ones that just aren't very steep and just never end. I mean the big ones with the big views and the massive fast descents down the other side. That's what I'm missing. Oh, this reminds me a lot of the last bit to John McGroats when I did the GB Divide. This bit, it just seems to go on and on. Back on the sand again, just for the extra bit of challenge. I mean, you look at the route, I've got like 25 miles and 500 feet of climbing, so you look at that and you think, oh yeah, that's not going to be too bad, that's going to be quite easy, isn't it? But don't expect that when you look at a route, because you don't know what the surface is going to be like when you're riding off-road. Could be like this. This part of the trail is just not fun to ride. It's just got these horrible ridges all the way along it. It's all bumpy and uncomfortable and just slow, and I'm averaging like 7-8 miles an hour. I just want to get there. Just hope that this ends. On the road again. Oh, beautiful. Ooh. 5 miles to go. 4 miles to go. 3 miles to go. Sorry, had to stop the countdown because I seen the coffee, and then I sat on a bench which said something like, is the country that you were born in going to be a better place when you die? Food for thought, eh? Right, 2.5 to go. 2 miles to go. I can see the sea. 1 more mile, 1 more mile. Nearly there. Come on. Nearly there. Nearly there. Oh. That's it. We made it. Hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, oh man. That was something else today. I thought it was going to be much easier than that today. Yeah, I mean, okay, highlights of the trip. So definitely Dorset was a highlight of the trip. Lowlights, bit after Luton probably. And then, yeah, today's been very, very tough. But yeah, if you want to do this route, it's a fantastic route. I really loved it. Despite there being some tough times, you know, got through it. This sort of marks a significant point in my life, I suppose, now. Maybe I'm being dramatic there, but I am no longer going to be unemployed. Starting a new job next week. It's not exactly what I'd hoped for, so the search will continue for something better. But I'm going to carry on with the YouTube channel because I feel like people are enjoying it. And yeah, we're going to go and dip the wheel in the sea. And I'm going to go to the pub, and then I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye. That's as far as I'm taking it. I don't want to get swept out to the North Sea. Right, let's go to the pub. Bye bye.